What ship should I review next? Let's see. I already got you Belfast, then how about Takao? Let's check her up. Well, looks like pretty good waifu material. Looks good to me.
Hey, stop! What?
Wait, I can explain this.
I just don't get it. I always catch you fuckers watching this sick shit. This is sickening. I haven't been to bed. I've had enough of this. I'm gonna open this box. You can stick around for that if you'd like.
The IJN Takao is a cruiser from the old Japanese Empire. She is one of 4 sister ships from the Takao class. She was built in the year 1932, but is still younger than her sister ship Atago. Then Atago was sent overseas some months earlier. That raises me the question, why the main ship of the class was later introduced, then her sister. But enough of that, let's list some historical facts about her. Takao is a heavy cruiser, with 5 203mm guns. She also had some torpedoes and some QTA guns. She was in many missions, and was also hunting some big fishes, like the HMS Prince of Wales and Repulse. She survived many things, but like all good things, they end. In 1944 she was hit by 2 torpedoes by a submarine in Paloran. She survived it barely, and needed assistance from other ships to reach the port. Takao was never fully repaired, and in the year 1945 she was finally destroyed by a British submarine. So, that's the weekly history lessons for us. Let's go over to the fun part. Like most ships that I review, she is a super rare ship from the Poi Nation. The Takao class are the only heavy cruisers from the Japanese Navy that you can get either by exchange or wisdom cubes. But now, let's check the stats. The graph says that she has good firepower and good HP. She has almost the highest firepower of all the heavy cruiser. So if you're looking for a cruiser with good firepower, she is a good choice. But they also say she has good HP. Well, I need to disappoint you. Then for a heavy cruiser, she has only around 3800 HP. That's not too bad, but also not good. Then most light cruisers, like Edinburgh, can keep up with her. But at least she isn't the worst, like my biggest mistake. But enough about the HP. She also has torpedoes and some AA guns. Her torpedoes are pretty good for a cruiser. At 213 points with that torpedo stat, she can even keep up with some bottom tier DDs. And now the AA. Well, there isn't really much to talk about. If you want to see Takao at the bottom of the sea, you can use her as a AA ship. But for real now, the AA is almost non-existent. You definitely need a AA ship if you want to run her, like a York, or a San Diego, I mean Cleveland. But enough with boring stats, we want the perks. But before we get to them, I want to say that all Takao class cruisers have the same stats. The only difference is the efficiency and the perks. So, let's get started. In total she has 3 perks. The first one is Focused Strike. It gives you a 30% chance to deal double damage, but the downside of this perk is it is random based. That means that you can have really bad luck, and she doesn't use the perk even once. But that chance is almost zero, with a 30% chance at this perk. So having 4-digit numbers is daily basis with this perk. With that perk, you can do good damage to almost any ship. But because she is a heavy cruiser, and most of the time you equip her AP gun, you will have problems with DDs or light cruiser. So don't forget to put some good DPS ships, like the good old Belfast or the Edinburgh, and don't judge me for naming only British ships. The next perk is Chain Torpedo. This perk gives you a 30% chance to launch a second wave of torpedoes. This perk is especially handy in PvP. Then there is a small chance that you launch 4 torpedo waves, so with that you can do a lot of damage. So equipping good torpedoes is a must-have. The third perk is Full Barrage. Like it already says, it's a barrage. Well, with that I have a small problem, because almost all my clears take around 30 seconds. I really couldn't see the barrage. But because I'm a Razalane Unicum, I approve it's good, I hope. So, it's the time we all waited for. The equipment. Like always, we take for the main guns the twin 203mm tier 3 guns. They are still the best DAP guns in the game, and you really don't need a other choice. For the torpedoes, I would take like always the 533mm quad or quintuple homing torpedoes, because we all know that German science is the best in the world. Or you be a keck like me and take the 533mm quintuple torpedoes. And now the AA. Because the AA on this ship is so good, we take the 37mm AA gun. But if you say that you don't want to bully CVs, you take the quadruple 40mm Bofors, because lol AA. Okay, now comes the important part, the auxiliary equipment. On heavy cruisers it's really important what you take, because it can make a huge difference in the performance of your ship. For the first slot, I would take a fire control radar. You want a good accuracy, so your shots don't miss, and with the radar you also increase that damage a little bit. If you don't have one, taking a gyroscope is also a decent choice. For the second slot, we take a SG radar. It increases the evasion rate a little bit, and reduces the chance of you getting ambushed by sneaky fleets. But if you are the ultimate unicorn, you take the improved hydraulic rudder with you, because ambushes are your daily breakfast. But please, don't be an idiot and take a autoloader on a heavy cruiser. And if you do, please don't forget to take these too. So everybody knows that your AA on Takao is the best in the world. So that was the equipment. So with that, you have a pretty good ship. She is made for PvE, doing good damage with her perks, but she wouldn't struggle in PvP neither. And before I forget, guys, you can subscribe so you don't miss any new content. I see a lot of you people watching me, but not clicking that button. And also, I have a guild. If you want you can join it. And also thanks to Wilder that suggested me the next ship. You can write your ship requests in the comments, but that's enough information for now. Now go out there and show how Japan made history great again.